Hey, welcome back to Small Sailboat Big Water. Part 1 of an ongoing series, how to make your small sailboat more seaworthy. Today we'll discuss some ways to make your boat stronger, faster, and more watertight. Your 15 to 25 foot sailboat may not be going from sitting on the trailer to offshore, but it's very likely you may be sailing across a large lake or a bay. An unexpected or unavoidable thunderstorm on a large body of water for a small sailboat can be a real disaster. 2015, the Dolphin Island Regatta disaster on Mobile Bay. 70-mile-an-hour gust, 8 boats capsized, 6 sailors were lost that day. It's better to learn from others' mistakes than your own. Making your small sailboat as seaworthy as possible is essential. So we better get right to it. Weight distribution is not only an important factor in a sailboat's stability, but also its speed. On a small sailboat, keeping all the weight low, centered, and strapped down is especially important. The heaviest items on your boat is probably going to be you and your first mate, but don't tell her that. So use words like every little bit of weight when asking your crew to change locations. Next time you're out on your boat, take a gander over the transom and take note of the water flow. Give it a listen. The sound will tell you how clean the flow is. And then move some weight around. Move some things forward and take another look over the back and see how it cleans up the flow. Next, let's talk about the hull to deck joint. Oh, you want to talk about the shirt? Yeah, I saw these and had to get one. I actually got 3. Nautical charts on your shirt. And I told them that's a great idea. Very cool. They sent me 3 of them. This is another one. Galveston Bay, actual nautical chart. Not for navigational use, but they were great. I got 3 of them. Check it out. Very cool. That's where I sail. Find your water and shop by region or state. Top deck gear. The hull to deck joint. This is where the biggest components of your boat come together. The hull, the deck, and possibly a liner. And it's critical for the overall strength and water tightness of your craft. Whether you've got the outward flange, the inward flange, or the coffee can, shoebox joint, chances are it was fastened together by the easiest production method that could be done by one guy. Whether it be a screw, a rivet, or hopefully a bolt. There's lots of options to address a leak. You can seal it from the outside under the rub rail, or you can seal it from the inside, or you can split apart the hull and the deck and rebed the whole thing at 5200 and rebolt it. Maybe even go over it with a layer of glass. The ultimate option is a methacrylate adhesive. That's where you forget about the 5200, forget about the screws and the rivets and the bolts, and you just chemically bond the fiberglass together, where the bond is actually stronger than the fiberglass. I'd say the most common reason for a sailboat to sink is being caught in a squall, big gust of wind knocking the boat down, and then having water quickly fill the cockpit and finding its way into the lazarette, or possibly ship water quickly into the cabin because of the lack of a bridge deck. This design is just inviting water into your cabin. Which begs the question, how important is positive level flotation in a small sailboat in the 15 to 25 foot range? While the idea of emergency flotation is possible, is it practical? Let's explore the challenges of keeping a 22 foot sailboat, normally displacing 2,500 pounds, afloat, despite being filled with water. How would you keep your small sailboat afloat to be self-rescuing? Here's my idea. What if practically everything in your boat floated because it was in a watertight bag? I already store all my clothes and bedding, food and cookware, and personal hygiene items in plastic bags or containers. So it wouldn't be a stretch for me to move to airtight bags, where nearly everything is now a flotation device, including all my ropes, tools, and spares. It's also a great way to keep everything clean and organized. Stay away from the spray foam, and unless you use the foam in a bag method, where the whole piece can be lifted out and cleaned underneath if need be, and also the foam stays extra dry. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on part 2.